shows. Everybody put their hands up like a smart kid in chemistry class. Goddamn, it's too easy. I ain't stopping no other option presented authentic with all these written. No, really, this shit is simple. Too easy. I'ma go on tour. Every show is doing numbers cause futuristic is popping like a pimple. Too easy. I'ma take the girl with all them curves who got the smile on her face, accented with the too easy.
What's going on, Silverbacks? This is Adam and Phil. Another video with for you today. We're just pumping out this content lately. I'm pretty pumped about it. It's been really fun being able to lift and kind of communicate and share our experiences with everyone. Today we're going to be talking about how to be a Natty King, or a 3 out of 5 Natty King, I guess as Omar would call it. For me personally, kind of going into like some of the supplements and the things I do to, I guess, perform it the way I do right now is really just been hitting up protein shakes. I went and bought some frozen fruit the other day. The strawberries, blackberries, blueberry combo, some mango. And I absolutely hate vegetables, hate really trying to eat them, so I sneak them in by just shoving a few handfuls into a protein shake. Gets all blended up, and all I taste is the fruit, but get the added benefit of the vegetables. That's pretty much the only supplements I take. I tried creatine for a bit, didn't seem to really help me a whole lot, and I just suck at like taking it every day or remembering to take it. So I know Phil's a little bit different. He'll, I think, give you a list of a few supplements he's been using that he's found helpful.
Yeah, I mean, right now, like Adam, I'm taking protein. I'm taking a whey protein isolate. I'm also taking some creatine most of the time. I'll take L-glutamine before bed and post-workout for muscle recovery. HMB a couple times a day for muscle recovery and reducing muscle soreness. I also take a greens product, which is kind of similar to Adam, but this is just kind of a vegetable powder that's full of micronutrients, some fatty acids. I take a fish oil. I also take a multivitamin. Some days before my workouts, I'll take caffeine, but not as much anymore before my meet, trying to kind of take a break from it and get my body back to normal caffeine tolerances. And I think that's about it. I also take some ZMA before bed. I know Lane Norton, for example, is not a big fan of ZMA, but I still have a little bit left, so I'm going to keep taking it. And I also take GABA, which is gamma aminobutyric acid, and that's kind of a supplement that'll help improve your sleep and the kind of your deep sleep. So those are the supplements that I take. Of course, I think the biggest supplements that you can kind of always improve on are your own nutrition and your sleeping. I think for a lot of people, they kind of underestimate how much sleep you actually need when you're recovering.
Yeah.
I consider anything less than 8 hours to be not enough sleep. So I'm lucky enough right now with my schedule that I can get in, 8 to 9 or even 10 hours of sleep every night. And I think that's a big factor in performance for anyone, really. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Having that sleep is really important. And eating well, just in general. I mean, you can have all the supplements you want, but you're not going to perform as well if you're not eating healthy, eating regularly. I think those people that take their nutrition and sleep most seriously are those that are going to be outperforming everyone else that are, taking whatever supplements they want. So that's kind of my take on it for sure.
Yeah, I've been looking at that L-glutamine. I mean, especially if you're older, apparently it's like an anti-aging type thing as well. So if you're older, looking to slow down the aging process, maybe that's something you can look into. I think that's something I'll probably start trying shortly, and when I order my next round of supplements, I try and do it in bulk because I get it all from Canada Protein, so you save some money that way. I read this article the other day talking about how like too much exercise for you like could not be good for you and stuff, and it's like I always hate these like clickbait articles. It drives me nuts because it's like it just gives people an excuse not to work out or not to spend more time in the gym, and I think, yeah, you shouldn't be spending 10 hours a day in there, but like go in there, get a good workout, and then, I mean, the article talks about nutrition and stuff, and that's true too. But at the end of the day, like you really, it's not to oversimplify and say it's just calories in, calories out, but that's really what it is. If you want to lose weight, I would make sure you're in a calorie deficit. If you're trying to maintain, make sure, the amount of calories you're burning and the amount of calories you're intaking are the same. And then if you're trying to gain weight, make sure, you're a slight surplus. And don't go crazy with it. Like I think back in April, like 10 months ago, I was 218. Now I'm, 10, 11 months later, I'm 228. So I've gained basically a pound a month, not even. So it's definitely not like a quick process. But I think as far as staying natty and being lean and gaining lean muscle mass, the best way to go is kind of slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the exact numbers, but when it comes to gaining lean muscle mass for natural athletes, I think the number is between 10 to 12 or maybe 12 to 15 pounds of lean mass a year. So if you're putting on 10 pounds in 4 months, you can guarantee that a large portion of that is not going to be lean muscle. So if you are focused on lean mass, then you'll have to take a kind of strategy similar to what Adam did, have a very slow kind of bulk, because if you're putting on a number of pounds a month, you can essentially guarantee that's not going to be helpful mass, depending on what you're looking for. I think most people putting on mass kind of want a lean muscle addition. So just be aware of that. I mean, you're not going to be able to pack on muscle several pounds a month. It's just not possible with remaining a natural athlete, and that's unfortunately the way it is. So always be aware of that. And I think, like Adam said, the importance of exercise is, always cannot be overstated. So I think that's something that we always need to keep in mind in healthy eating as well.
Yeah, it's not a sprint, right? Like, we're 23, 22, 23, and it's like you get into your prime for powerlifting when you're 30, 35, from what I've heard. And so we have a long road ahead of us. There's no point in going crazy now. It's it's like one of our models, like, train sustainably, and it's like if you get hurt or you gain too much weight too quickly, like, it's going to throw off your game. It's better to kind of keep consistent with these things and make small incremental progress. And I think in the long run, you'll be much stronger and healthier for it. All right, guys, that's the video. Hope you found it informative. We'll be back next week with some more great content. Until then, make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram.
Snapchat.
Yeah, all our
Periscope,
stuff.
everything.
All at Silverback Power. You know where to find us. Just Google us. We'll be there. Until next week, have a good one. Peace.